a lovely fine spring morning. Spring, I think, is finally here, so what better time to get the bike out, give her a little ride out. Don't know whether I told you on the other video, I went to go and get the bike out the other day, and the winter had taken its toll, and I came out to a flat battery. And it's always the way, isn't it? You get kitted up, suited and booted, ready to go out, and you turn the key, and there's nothing there on the bike. So earlier this morning, my oldest lad, he's 10 years old, said, "Dad, why do you ride motorbikes?" And he says, "Have you always wanted to ride motorbikes? So did you look up to anyone who rode motorbikes? Or did you just feel like doing it one day?" I was like, "Well, son, here's the answer." So I said to him, I says, "Well, not really." I says, there've always been people in my life that have rode motorbikes, but it was always frowned upon. Mum and Dad always said to me, never get a motorbike because you'll end up killing yourself. I hit my 30s after having my youngest, Alfie. We only had one family car and I needed to get to work. And I always fancied getting myself a little Vespa, you know, the old style Vespas, you know, that the old mods used to ride, and the Lambrettas. I always fancied one of them. When I couldn't get the car anymore and I needed a way of getting to work, I used to just take my little Vespa PX125, full done with desert boots and parka and open-faced helmet, and I used to ride that to work. But it got to the stage where I was riding the 125, and then I was getting to like hills and stuff, and I was, you know, it was going down to like 30-40 mile an hour. I could probably get 60 mile an hour out of it tops, but you could hit a hill and that was it. The power was just going, and you're looking in your mirrors and you can see like lines of cars behind you queuing you, ready to take you over. And I thought, this is ridiculous, this. I need to get myself a bigger engine. Because I was going above 125cc, I had to go and do my motorcycle test. I think it was for my 35th birthday. I got myself booked in for the direct access course, and never looked back, really. That was the best thing I'd ever done. Direct access course. It was absolutely fantastic. I was absolutely bricking it, because all the gears on the Vespa are all on your right handlebar. You know, all 4 gears are on the right handlebar. You haven't got to use manual shifting, you know, like 1 down, 5 up. And it wasn't as scary as what I thought it was going to be. Riding around on the streets on a 500cc motorbike, you've got 500cc's under here. It's gonna do some. The way that they train you and the way that they teach you, you know, it's really, really good. And by the end of the week, I thought I could take on the world, you know. Passed both tests with flying colours. The wife, she says, "That's it now. Now you've passed that, you're going to want to get a motorbike." And I'm like, no, I'm always into my Vespas and my scooters. I'm not gonna get a motorbike. But then what I started doing is started looking at motorcycle blokes who did the tours around Europe, taking the motorcycle, and as I watched them, you get on the old YouTube and you start watching the lads that are doing the Europe tours, and then you're looking at that and you're thinking, oh, I could do that. I could get a motorbike and then tour around Europe. And then that's it, then it's the bug starts, doesn't it? And you're like a dog with a bone, you can't let it go then. Once you've thought about something, that's it then, you can't let it go. So then I start looking at motorbikes. And even at the cafe, when we'd stop at the cafe for a bacon sandwich and a cup of tea, you know, the instructors are all saying to you, "So pal, what bike are you going to get then when you pass your test?" They were like, "Oh, you've passed your test now, see, you know, you can get yourself a 1000cc bike." And then I told them about touring Norway, and then one bloke said to me, "Why don't you get a Yamaha FJR 1300? That's ideal, you know, a touring bike. It's ideal for you." You know, so they were giving me all the options. But I always had my heart set on this Suzuki GSX 650. I don't know why. I don't know what made me just go for that certain bike. I think it was watching the Chris Moss documentary on YouTube, and he said, it's got touring ability, commuting ability, and you can flick it in and out of the corners. And I thought, you know, that's the bike for me. 650, you know, it's not gonna not too scary straight after passing my test, so I get that. The Crazy Mook, who incidentally was the first person I ever started watching on YouTube, the Crazy Mook. Check out his channel. He did a review on the 650, and then we got chatting on Facebook and Twitter, because he had a Kawasaki ER6F at the time, and he was saying, you know, if I'd have had the chance to buy this bike before the Kawasaki, I'd have bought this bike hands down. He says it's an excellent bike. So then that sold it to me then, so I bought the bike. So that covers what got me into riding. I suppose the question now is, you know, why do I ride? And this is why I ride. This is why we do it. It's like a release from work. It's just de-stressing. I once read, if you've got things going on in your head, motorcycle therapy will sort it out, and it's true. It's absolutely true. In order to get away from the stresses of life, you know, the usual mundane day-to-day stuff, to get yourself on the motorbike and actually to come out for a ride is something else. It just cures all ailments, I think. It just puts you in such a better mood. You just pack a tank bag up, put stuff in a rucksack, you know, as basic as that. In an hour you're away. It's just brilliant. I think that's why I ride, really.